Well, parents who haven't filed their taxes yet, listen up. There are certain deductions and credits that you could qualify for. We have Angie Brazel back with us this morning. Now, last half hour, we discussed the federal tax credit. So now here in South Carolina, there are certain ones. So again, let's start off with that EIC again.
Yep, so South Carolina does have its own version of the earned income credit. It's going to be based on income earned and number of children, number of dependents. South Carolina also has a child and dependent care credit as well. So again, that's for out-of-pocket daycare expenses. You could potentially get a little bit back on your taxes.
Okay, so let's also talk about that two-wage earner credit as well here in the state.
Yeah, so it's a small credit, $350, but if you have a married filing joint return and both spouses are working, you can qualify for that as well. Back when the tax law changes, and back in 2018, and the federal government got rid of the personal exemption, South Carolina implemented a law to give that exemption back to people, to make sure that South Carolina residents were still getting that exemption. So each year it does increase for inflation, but I think this year it's $4,790 for all dependents. And if your child or your dependent is under the age of 6, you get that doubled. So you get two exclusion or exemptions for those younger kids, and then just one for the older children.
And then let's talk about with future college and future kind of education payments like that.
Yeah, so a great way to save for college is to put money in a 529 plan. And so as a South Carolina resident, if you do that specifically to our South Carolina Future Scholars Plan, then you can get a South Carolina deduction for that. This one does not have an income limitation, so as long as you put money into it, you get the deduction for it. And it doesn't even have to be your child. It can be your grandchild. We have a lot of grandparents, could be your niece, could be your nephew. It could be for a 529 plan that you set up for them, or it could be the one the parents set up and that you contribute to it. So lots of ways to take the deductions for that and help people save for college in the process.
Do you think it's best to go and talk to a tax expert?
Sure, definitely a tax expert. For some of these, like the Future Scholars, if you have someone that maybe helps you with investments, financial advisor, they're going to be able to help with that. For all the credits and figuring out if you qualify, definitely a tax advisor for that.
Angie, thank you so much. You are a wealth of knowledge for our viewers. We very much appreciate it.
Yeah, enjoyed being here. Thank you.
Of course. And of course, we are going to be putting this on our website, WLTX.com, as well as our YouTube page, so you can always refer back to all these.
Right now, we're already starting to see the day take shape with nice skies out there, expecting sunrise to continue to come up at around 6:50 this morning, and highs topping off in the lower 60s, 62. You can see throughout this week we have a fluctuation of temperatures before we start to see some consistency into next week. Monday starts with 70s, and we're going to be near 80s throughout this week. If you like the